Hey MGTOWs, this is Vention. Just taking this stupid uh, cover off of the stove, and I'm going to put something else over the top of this thing because this thing is lame and it's bent up and it doesn't stay up. It always falls down. Yeah, this thing's got to go. I'll figure out some other additional type of cover for the stove to make it look reasonably good. But for now, the only thing I really care about is getting this thing out of here so that I don't have to have my fingers smashed and my fried eggs go flying across the room when this thing slams in my face. So that's the plan. I think I'm going to move into the camper tonight. I'm actually not moved in yet. And basically I'm going to get ready for my trip down south. I'm planning to go to the Texas area, California, Arizona, that sort of thing. Snowbirding. That's what everybody calls it. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to move into the camper probably tonight. Then I'm going to, I got an extra mattress for my old man, and I'm going to, once you put this bed together, then put that second mattress over, it should be pretty comfortable. So he should be okay there. Because I'm not sure if I'm willing to have him be at 84 or 85, whatever, to be climbing out of that front cab. So, yeah, this is going to be his spot. So, good times. I'm not sure how long the trip is going to be. I'm just going to play it by ear and do whatever I want. I have a few things off the top of my head, like the Coral Labyrinth in California. That would be neat to see. It would be pretty cool to see the Winchester Mansion. That would be neat. There's a lot of beauty in parks and hot springs and whatnot, and I would love to get some swimming in because, man, I'm like half fish. I do love swimming. Not as much as machines, but close. So that's the plan. I'm going to move in tonight. I'm going to start cutting some of that what do they call it? That bubble wrap stuff to put in the windows to insulate a little bit. Because in between now and Arizona or California, there's going to be some cold weather, and we're probably going to be boondocking, and it's going to be chilly. So, yeah, I'll add a little more insulation. These are single pane windows. This is a Lance 1030 in 2005 is the year, and it was basically one of the first metal frame, one of the earlier metal frame campers. And after that wooden camper, man, I did not want another wooden frame camper because the leak and the rot, it got so bad there was no way I could repair that thing. It was gone. But with this, I mean, they're less likely to leak, and if they do, it's not going to rot. So I'm not sure what the deal is. Take it down to south and put it in the heat in the summer. That'll dry any moisture out of the walls. Then just keep it caulked up, and you should be okay. So yeah, good times. I'm going to continue with this, and I just had a thought. I saw another YouTube video, and now I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's he was talking about what do you want, and some guys just don't know what they want. If they can't do the wife and children thing, they will tend to kind of lose their mojo and just sort of do nothing and just sort of, I don't know, wait to die or something. But it's important to find out not who, but what you want. there is a problem though with our society molds us so much. It just takes this giant freaking stamp. It tries to stamp a U.S. citizen factory worker out of somebody who should be a free thinking, freedom oriented individual, but they just stamp that on us, and we're told that it's wrong for us to want certain things, and we're evil and wrong and bad if we like want to get laid or something, right? And it's oh, hold on just a moment. Okay, sorry for the interruption. The so we end up denying that we want something, right? You're wrong for wanting that, and you're a bad person for wanting that. They judge you, and then you, a lot of people, including myself, we try to not want these things. But the problem is, how do we not want something that we want or that we need? And especially what you need, how do you not want something like that? So you can deny that you need something, right? Then what happens? You deny it, and violently, mentally just deny it, and then eventually you stop feeling it, and then other things that you want, are lost, and then eventually you reach the point where you don't know what you want, because everything you've wanted, you were evil for wanting, and you've convinced yourself that you don't want it, and then the result is you don't know what you want. and it's like you have a fire in your heart. Everybody has you have a fire. You want some things, and you want to do some amazing things and see awesome things, and experience things in the world, and create and build and do amazing things. But then, one by one, as you try to deny that you want these things, one by one, those things are lost, and then that fire goes out. And what happens to a fire when it goes out? You fill with smoke. And then that whole all of the desires and the needs that you've had, that you've been denying that you have, all burns, and you've smothered the fire down to the point where it is just barely smoldering and barely even alive, and then your entire body and your entire soul fills with smoke. And then you can't see anything. You can't see what you want. You can't know what you want. And then, heck, I don't know how you get out of something like that. And I think it applies to me too. I suspect that I have done this too. So, if you want something and you can't have it, as long as it's not illegal, there is no reason why you can't take time and work and build resources out to the point where you can get what you want, and get what you need, especially. And guys are so self-sacrificing. We attempt to not need what we need, and attempt not to have needs, and then the only thing that happens is we can't sustain ourselves, because it's like shareware, back in the day when people, before they had Bitcoin to tip people with, people would build software and create software and improve it, because it was a labor of love, and they loved it, and it was amazing. But the thing is, nobody or few people would pay, and then he would be running out of money and slowly winding down, and eventually his energy is taken up to the point where he cannot continue being that generous. He has to stop, because he just doesn't have the fuel to run, to make that, to keep doing what he wanted to do. You got to make those things pay. You got to make sure that your life pays you back enough joy that it makes it worth investing the effort to make yourself a good life, or make a good life for yourself. So, you can see that I'm in a camper, right? This is why I'm doing this, right? Because I felt, I had this whole, I still have this whole problem with the soul smoke, I guess you could call it. And I would like be searching, casting around in my mind, what the heck do I want? What the heck do I want? You know? And it's like I couldn't really think of anything, so it's almost like I just go into my room and play Tetris, you know? And it just, you can kill time and, you know, like maybe throw cards into a trash can, like off Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. That was a good movie. Anyway, yeah, killing time. But if I can find what really inspires me, and I think permaculture and seeing some of the country is going to help. I think it's going to help. Maybe I can find something that interests me out there. But I have some enthusiasm, and I'm a pretty positive guy, but when it comes to like a life purpose and like a serious thing, like a serious life career, you know, what the heck am I going to do? What the heck really inspires me enough to devote my life to it? MGTOW is just about as close as it comes. That is as close to a I wouldn't call it a profession, because I don't ask for money, you know, but it's a calling, I guess, you know, saving men, especially young men who still have a chance from marriage. Dudes, I can't think of very many things that are a better thing to do with my time than that. Okay, guys, well, time's a wasting. I'd like to leave this area. I'd like to leave the Seattle-ish area by Tuesday. I hear there's going to be a gigantic freaking blizzard slamming into the northwest. So basically, I think might be the better part of valor to pack up my shit and get out of here. And then I won't get snowed in this rural road or anything. Okay, guys, I'm going to continue with this little project, get rid of that stupid cover. I'm going to make my bed. I'm going to sleep here tonight, and then I'm going to start loading out some clothes and put some things in the fridge and get ready to roll. And and by the way, those spring stabilizers from Torque Lift on the rear axle of this truck, dudes, it made all the difference. I pumped it up with the airbags before, and it felt like I was riding on a beach ball. It was like, it had this really floaty, scary feeling, and it would like take off in random directions whenever I would hit a rut a certain way in the road, or when the wind would hit the side of the camper pretty hard, the whole camper would just blow all over the place. But the spring stabilizers work amazing, and I don't have any air pressure in the airbags at all. The only air pressure I had are the ambient air when it was empty, and then when I loaded the camper and squeezed it down, the airbags will squeeze, and there's probably like maybe 10 psi in there now. So yeah, cool. I'm looking forward to the trip. I got a couple of apps that should help me find some good camping spots, and I'm gonna keep my I think I'll probably keep everybody posted on my location, like pins from Google Maps, and then every time I am in a certain spot, I'll just pin it, and then maybe I could meet up with some MGTOWs on the way. And the plan is to head south through Oregon to California, probably continuing south, and maybe I'll swing through Texas, but I also want to hit Arizona. I want to hit some hot springs, get some swimming in. I'd like to, man, if I could find a way to learn how to windsurf, if I could find somebody down there that can give windsurfing lessons, that's been on my bucket list for years, and it is time to do it, because the smoke just parted in my soul, I guess you could say, and I saw windsurfing. Yes, I'm gonna do that. Okay, MGTOWs, don't let your soul fill with smoke, and don't get married.